Hello again everyone and welcome back to the Zeusdaz Unemulated retro game channel. I go by the name of Zeus and I have another Let's Long Play. This time I'm going to long play SWIV, Silkworm 4, aka Special Weapons Investigation Vehicle, isn't it? I don't know, something like that. Integration, I don't know. Can't bother to look up the box instructions. But here we go, with an indirect sequel to Silkworm, and I played this heavily back in the day on the Amiga. I think that's absolutely fantastic, but the 8-bit versions are half the game size. They run about 22 minutes for full game, otherwise the 8-bit versions, sorry, the 16-bit versions run for about 48, 50 minutes. But yeah, let's get on with it and see how far we can do. So we'll press fire. Area 1. And I tend to keep my finger on the fire button for this. It makes it a lot easier. I don't consider that cheating, personally. The auto fire switch is not on, but to try and tap away this many bullets by just simply pressing the fire button, you can have a lot of blisters. But I'm playing this with a Quickshot 2 Turbo, hence all the clicking. Yeah, it's a much smaller game than the 16-bit bigger brothers. The levels are shorter. Some bosses are missing, but this version is very playable. It moves very well, it's got a good speed, very smooth in fact, and it's certainly challenging, but it's a game I can complete without using any pokes or continuing. You start off with 6 lives, but the game gets very hard on level 3, especially upwards. And I've managed to, I usually complete this game with about 3 lives lost, maybe 2 lives. I think I've done a run, 2 lives, complete the game with only 2 lives lost, which is pretty good. But you can collect extra lives. You only get 2 different weapons on the goose ship, or whatever you call it. I think on the Amiga version you get the chance of getting extra points, but on this version, when you kill that ship, you'll either get a choice of a heart, which is an extra life if you collect that, or if you shoot it again it will become a sort of like an ace of spades card sign, and with that, that's a weapon upgrade. So at the moment I've got a single bullet, which is not very good. So the first thing I want to do is upgrade it. You can't do that, as I said, until that goose ship arrives. You all know what I'm on about when you see it. Had a go at the Commodore 64 version of this some time ago, and that really is good. That's a great version. I can't remember what other computers it came out of. No, it was Amiga. I think that was the daddy version. They consider everyone, because is that the main version. So here's the goose ship. In this version, he really goes for you. You've got to time him right. And I want to ideally collect an ace of space sign, which will give me a weapon upgrade. Oh, right, that's what I want. Ace of space. That's a heart. That's a life. But I want that. So whoa, now I got a 2-way. So you've still got a huge gap between your main weapons there. So I need to fill that by getting one more weapon upgrade. Yeah, it came out on, I know it came out on the SNES and the Mega Drive, but originally it came out on the Amiga, the Atari ST, the Commodore 64, the Spectrum and the Amstrad. Now, a friend of mine on YouTube, who I got to know over many years, shout out to Alex from Greece, who is a big fan of the Amstrad CPC. He's uploaded a long play of the Amstrad version, but as you will see, if you want to go and see that, I'll put a link in the description actually so you can click that. He's sped the game at 200%. That's how slow the Amstrad version is, sadly. It's not playable at normal speed. You really need to speed it up, and he's put it up to 200%, and 200% it actually comes across as a very well playable game. But in real time, it's too slow. It's half the pace of this. It's just, it feels like a huge chug up a hill. So he's put it up 200%. Let's get rid of this one first. So we've got the first level boss here. So you see it's a lot shorter. Get rid of this guy and get rid of that. Boom. Right, now just a gun. So you can't really lose it if you just angle it right there. It should kaboom him, as you see. Area 2. So 1 level down, 3 to go. Get rid of these. I remember the original Silkworm when I bought it. I never saw it in the arcade, but I went to London. I might have said this in my Let's Play Silkworm on the Amiga. I went to London one Saturday, just fancied buying a new game. I actually originally went there to buy Dragon Ninja on the Amiga. No, to my horror, it was still delayed, unlike the Atari ST version. And I thought, I've come all this way, I'm gutted, I wanted Dragon Ninja, but I saw this, and it just looked good. I didn't see any reviews of it, I didn't play it before, I didn't play it on the arcade, I didn't get any idea. It just had screenshots on the back of the box, and it looked pretty good. And fuck me, was I not disappointed when I got that home. It was one of the best shoot-'em-ups on the Amiga. The explosions, 11 levels. It was one of those cases where the home version was better than the arcade, because I played the arcade version after that. Way after that, mind you. I never saw it in the arcade. I think it was... Oh, it might have been around a chippy, actually. Obviously, I've played it on MAME since, but yeah, the Amiga version really did build on the arcade and made it better, especially the sound effects. And it didn't have that annoying, silly little in-game loop on it. But when I got it home, I thought, wow, that's some of the 20 quid. That's 20 quid of money I've really well spent. Sometimes, once in a while, you'll find a little treasure. Remember back in the day when I used to buy budget games in the local newsagent. And I had one of my computers back then was an Atari XL, and I got Zybex off the shelf. I think that was either $1.99 or $2.99, but either way, what a bargain that was. One of the best shoot-'em-ups ever on that system. So here we go, I need one more weapon upgrade. And then after that, I can just collect lives, because with this version, if you die, you don't lose your weapon upgrade. Once you've got it, it stays with you. So there we go, 3-way, there we go. Now I'm fully armed, so any more of them I should just collect extra lives. So far I've not lost a life. But yeah, it does get tough from level 3 onwards. There's a bit of loading between levels 2 and 3. Slightly what I call multi-load, if you can call it that. Just loads it in 2 parts. So I shall, what will seem a couple of minutes to me will seem instantaneous to you. Immediately we'll go straight to level 3, because I will cut the loading time out. These are nasty, you've got to get them, because they send out homing missile. And they really do chase you around the screen, so it's best to get them out straight away. Like that. Don't give them a chance if you can help it. Tanks are quite tough. Oh. Should be another some of them here. A couple more maybe. There we go. Oh, he's released one. Good. When it goes off the screen, it disappears. And that one hasn't, it's chasing me. Yeah, get rid of you, good. Oh, that was close. Yeah, the levels are definitely cut down compared to the 16-bit counterparts. Completed the Mega Drive version as well without cheating. That didn't seem too hard. But I can't complete any of the other versions. I haven't really tried for a long time. So here we are, level 2 boss of the 8-bit versions. Getting to get that right in, and then go over here and get that. Oh, damn, I've let a thing out. I wanted to take that other turret out. Now I've got a damn homing missile in my way. Timed that badly wrong. Got him out, but the trouble is, I've got to try and get to the right hand side of the screen and take these out, and I can't. Oh, damn it. No, see, I'm trying to get over and the bloody homing missiles are coming in on me. Oh, that was close. Yeah, that's too close. Right, get in now. I've lost a life. Get you out the damn way. If I had that, if I got him, this would have been easy. There we go, level 2 done. So loading time, back in a second. Area 3. Yes, welcome back. Pretty quick for you guys, wasn't it? But took a couple of minutes loading. So now, bloody hell, 2 lives lost. So yeah, this becomes a lot more difficult now, especially this beginning bit. So halfway through the game. I've got to say, it really does play well. Moves very well. You. Watch these things that come out. Oh. So I mean, you don't lose your power-ups. That's a good thing. Another one there. Come on, where are you? Good. Yeah, damn it. Yeah, I remember seeing a preview of the announcement of this game coming out on the Amiga at the time. It was an Amiga magazine I think I bought. And it said Silkworm 4, and everyone was questioning, where's number 2 and 3 then? And all sorts of names come up, like Silkworm in vertical, you know. Right, so I don't need any more weapons. I've got full max, so I shall collect lives with him. Gotcha. So we want a heart. There we go. Have a life. That's the way to do it. A little bit harder to see the enemy bullets now because we've got a lot of black outlines of the scenery and black shading. But if you can focus, you'll see them. Let's get that out of the way. I can't remember the boss of this level. Oh yes, I can. It's a ship and a funny squirmy wormy thing. It's like a little robots that chase you around the screen in a snake fashion. I remember that now, yeah. Ooh, so I've lost, oh, I was just about to say I've lost 2 lives. I've lost 3 lives now. You haven't played this game for some time. And this came out, I think it was 91, somewhere around there. 28 years ago. Where's all the time gone? Makes you want to weep, doesn't it? When you remember playing games like this back in the day, and it's like, you realise it's nearly 30 years. Yeah, it is. It's a ship. And you have to try and balance between its gun turrets. Here it is. You can get between its bullet power, like that, and continuously shoot it. There's one of those bot things. A load of them team up. And chase you around the screen. And throw homing missiles at you. It's quite a dangerous boss. Right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. Here we go. Whoa. Oh, how did I miss that? Jesus, how did I get away with that? That was either jammy luck or extreme skill. There we go. Area 3 done. Area 4, last area. Oh, the devil level. So, 3 lives lost. Nasty level. Nasty level. Volcanoes, ships, bullets, you name it. So it appears you just get one goose ship on every stage. So there's no point collecting 4 power-ups because you don't get any more. You just get some points, I think. So yeah, it's best to upgrade twice and then collect lives. That's what I say. Because you have enough lives to begin with. You start off with 6. Always thought you could shoot the middle of them. I don't know why. It's a bloody volcano. No way. Don't like these tanks. Here we go again. So again, don't need any weapon upgrade. I've got full whack, so it's just a case of pocketing another life. Gotcha. Let me grab that extra life. Yeah, the whole game takes about 22 minutes, something like that. Maybe less actually. 20 minutes. Yeah, 20 minutes I reckon. Which is, yeah, definitely a little less than half the amount of time for the 16-bit version. Who can forget those explosions of these indie versions, the sound of those explosions, and on Silkworm. I think when Silkworm came out and they designed Silkworm 4, they thought, well, you can't change the sound effects for the explosions. It was fantastic. That's what made that game. Especially when you got your Amiga set through a hi-fi, you got the sound up. Brilliant. I don't see the point of the timer in the top right. You know, you can't complete it any faster unless you muck about with the bosses or the goose ship, because at the end of the day the screen is continuously moving, so I don't understand why you really need a timer. These are nasty, these little things that pop out and shoot bullets. You get several of these that come out. Continuously fire at you, get rid of you. Ooh, it's close. Damn tanks. Yeah, got a few more of these. Yeah, it coughs up 5 that time. Another one. Bit of a tank. Ooh. We must be getting near the end of the game now. No, more volcanoes. I thought I was getting near the end of the game. I can't remember. See, there's the 2. Yeah, of course, there's 2 of these. I said that earlier. This is a tough little bit, this, because these things fire at you like crazy. Oh, I've lost another life. See what I mean? So that's 4 lives I've lost now. But again, keep my firepower. Ah, and here's the game boss. Unfortunately, a bit of a letdown. There's no, unlike level 1, there's no big laser. Been cool. This is pretty much it. Just throws a few bullets and homing missiles at you. It's pretty weak, actually. Oh. Come on, die. Two, no, just you. This game's done. This game is completed. Come on, you stubborn. There we go. Game completed. Silkworm 4 complete. Special weapon interdiction vehicles. Oh, what a name. Silkworm in vertical. Silkworm 4. SWIV. Oh, whatever. But there we go. That's this game, aka many aliases. Completed. 4 lives lost. So, yeah, it's an enjoyable game. It's a good paced game. Lots of things to shoot. So, game over. Let's put my name in, shall we? Can you do that? I don't know. Give it a second, see what happens. Oh yeah, there we go. So yes, I hope you enjoyed that little trip with me through the Silkworm 4 world on the ZX Spectrum. That's the 128K version, by the way. I don't think it can be loaded in 48K. I could be wrong, I haven't tried it. But when there's a 48 and a 128, it's always best to load 128K, isn't it? Get the better music and sound effects. Anyway, so that's that from me. Hope you enjoyed that. Until next time, please keep coming back to the channel and subscribe to it if you haven't already. And if you'd like to support me and the channel, keep it going and the content coming, then please consider maybe donating a nice little fee to my channel via the PayPal me. That'll be in the link of the video description, and it's on my main YouTube page. Every little helps if you'd like to support me that way. Okay, until next time, thanks very much guys for tuning in. Until then, Zeus out.